Hey all, welcome back to the channel, and if you're a fan of tiny transforming robots and purveyors of fine timepieces, then this is going to be right up your alley, because we're taking a look at the, I guess really it's from the Kronoform line. It's technically G1, I mean it is what it is, it's a watch that turns into a robot and a couple of other things. This is the Autobot known as Deceptor. Yeah. The Autobot known as Deceptor. I kid you not. And he's going to be our focus in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. Stick around, have some fun with us. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, and me everywhere. And this is the Autobot Deceptor. He is apparently a time warrior, and there are others in that group. Autoceptor, Scorpia I think is one. Anyway, the group is led by apparently Vector Prime. Who knew? And he's a time warrior. Apparently this guy is a watch, a time machine, a robot, and he turns into a plane. Now, he doesn't actually turn into a time machine, but he does have three modes, being watch, robot, and plane. Something this tiny is a triple changer. We complain all the time and say, hey, this MP-style triple changer wasn't done very well, or, hey, broadside from the Titan's Return line, that's not very good. You know what? They're both fine. They're fine. Fine. Why? Because we can actually get something that has three modes and is something this small. It can be done, and it can be done well, and sometimes, yes, you do have to use your imagination. Now I'm saying jet, but truth is I'm not sure if his other mode is a jet or a plane. You'll see what I mean when we get there. Either way, I'm absolutely smitten by these. Now, there was a line of about 10, and I've seen the back of the packaging, and oddly enough, they're all named back there, except this guy. I don't know. Maybe Deceptor wasn't maybe the Autobots were like, no, we don't like your name. We're not going to write it down. I don't know. I have no idea. But I do know that the watch, the figure, is actually pretty terrific. Especially for as old as it is. Anyway, enough of me kind of gushing over how great he is. Let's head over to the table and take a closer look at him. And purveyors of fine timepieces and little transforming robots, this is, I kid you not, the Autobot known as Deceptor, and he is definitely a watch. Now, he came in three colors, gray, blue, and chromed gold. I don't know really what this one is. I like the color scheme. I think it's a very united color scheme. I don't really dig the blue I've seen. Now, this originally came out as part of the Kronoform line. I don't know. I think there was about 10 of them. Later on, this guy got retconned to be part of the Time Warriors. And if you're not real familiar with the Time Warriors, they were a group that apparently were led by Vector Prime. It included Scorpia, who at one point was Vector Prime's bodyguard apparently, Autoceptor, Deceptor, and Kaltor. So, and Deceptor was a quantum scientist, evidently. Like, you know, who knew? Technically, this is part of the Generation 1, I guess, continuity, and the Unicron trilogy, I suppose, since we have Vector Prime thrown in there. I don't know. There's a lot of back history here that I think has been retconned with this, but it's still pretty fantastic. The fact of the matter is, the guy is this small, this old, because, I mean, we're talking about something that came out early, mid-80s. And it's a functioning timepiece. He's noted as being a time machine, which I guess is kind of funny. But he's a triple changer because he also turns from a watch into a jet, into a robot. Like, I think that's so impressive. Not only for the time, but for the size that we're talking about here. I mean, come on! How can you not absolutely love that? Now, what's really interesting is that I've seen the packaging for this, I guess, line, and everybody is named on the back. Like, they show the whole line. I think there's like 10 in it, and they show the whole line. Everybody's named on the back, except this guy. I don't know why. I don't know if that makes this dude special or not. But, of course, the first step that we have to do here is remove him. And you'll notice that there's a little button here on either side. You press that and it releases the timepiece. It only goes in one way because the head of the robot is up here, so it has to notch in this way. So we get here and we press the two buttons and we remove the timepiece, and now we just have this. And you can see where it was attached in the center there, and on the back there's a little rectangular peg that went in there. So I'm going to get this off my wrist, and then we'll look at Deceptor in all of his glory. And here we have the glorious little watch mode by itself. We're going to go to jet, we're going to go to robot. Or is it bird? I'm not really sure. You'll see what I mean when we get there. I'm going to try and keep this as, I guess, focused as possible. It's so hard because we're dealing with something so small here. It's not hard, but there's actually a surprising amount of movements to do this guy. So, to go first to the bird plane mode, we have to pick his arms off at the side, and they are just attached by a little peg down bottom. And we do that on both sides. We angle the arms back. So they're angled back. Behind here we have two little wings. We fold out both wings and we bring the arms back down onto the side. And we have that much done. Then we, I guess, come here just under the timepiece and we open out the two like tail fin sections, and we're almost done. We just take the front here where the head is really, and we extend it out, I guess, so that it's like a I don't know, like a cockpit section, or is it a bird head? I'm not sure. I don't really know what this is. I'm calling it a plane. It might be a bird. I'm going to try and get this closer so that you can see it sort of in all of its glory. And hopefully you see what I mean. Like, mechanically speaking, it has the wings of like a jet. But, like, this up here seems like a bird head. So I don't know. Is it like a play on Laserbeak? I don't know. But I think it looks great. By the way, the wings, the tail fins, and going right up the side, up around the neck and shoulders, all of that is die-cast metal. I think that's fantastic. So now we're going to go from this to his robot mode next. So you'll probably notice that I haven't given this guy any grades yet because we're going to wait till we get him in his glorious robot mode. That's what we'll say. That's what we'll call it, man. That's what we'll call it. Again, it's not hard, but you have to move things in a specific way. We're going to begin by turning the head around. And we're going to push the neck piece back down. Then we're going to come to the back, and up here we actually have where his legs are. So we're going to take a little nub there and flip his legs out. Then we're going to come to the front, and we're going to close in the two tail fin sections. And we're just going to recenter things a bit here now, just to make it easier to see the rest of this. Boy, is this little guy a challenge to show properly. Okay, down on his feet we have little nubs again, and we start to bend them forward, and his feet come out from the back of his legs, and we fold them all the way around. Nub on the back of the leg, fold the foot all the way around. And now he has two cute little feet. Alright. We unpeg the arms again from the body and angle them back again like we did before. So now they're angled toward the back of the body, and we fold the wings back in over one another. We angle the arm down, and we angle the other arm down, and boom, in the end, there we have Deceptor in his glorious robot mode. I say glorious like a question, because is this really glorious? You know, like, does he look like a warrior to you? He doesn't really fit, fit the mold to me, so to speak. So paint apps. I think the guy's a 10. I mean, this is cohesive. We don't really have anything to compare it to. I've seen the blue one. I'm not a huge fan of the blue. I feel like it's a little garish, but I like this, so 10. The transformation It's genius that this is a triple changer for this small. It's interesting that there's enough movements that you have to do it specifically. And when I say the small, I mean like here he is next to Power of the Prime's tailgate, and he's half the size of tailgate. I mean, tailgate isn't even on the screen. And I think that that's impressive that he has those three modes. So I'm going to say, again, easy 10 for the transformation. You have more movements on this than you have on some bigger figures. Especially for the time we're talking about. I mean, like I said, early mid-80s. What about the articulation? Well, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good for G1. We have a head that goes left and right. We have arms. They can go all the way around. There's no elbow or anything, but they do go all the way out. The legs, I guess, they can go forward a little bit. They can go back a little bit more if you get the wings out of the way. The toes move. So, like, it's more than what some G1 figures have. Here's the thing, it has close to as much articulation as a modern day Legion class figure. It's about the size of a Legion class figure, roughly. I think it's pretty good. I mean, even in terms of a Titan Master or a Prime Master, this has more articulation than that. At least the legs slightly move and the head moves. Actually, I think the head does move on those Titan Masters and Prime Masters. Okay, so this has about the same level of articulation as that, except the legs do move a little bit. I don't know, let's say 6. It's pretty good for what it is and for the time that it came out. Yes, admittedly, it's niche. It's not up everybody's alley, but I think it's really cool for what it is. And it's a triple changer. How can you not like that? And here we are once again, and like, how can you not like this guy? Yes, this particular piece is now quite old. I mean, 30 some odd years old. I mean, this came out early to mid 80s. And I understand that a lot of things have been retconned here. It was a way really to bring the Kronoform line, I guess, into the Transformers brand at the time. I get it, but you know, is this going to fit in everybody's collection? Probably not. It's sort of niche, but it's really cool, and I'm totally blown away that we do get, you know, like a fine watch. We do get a convincing bird plane mode. Like, that's pretty convincing and nicely molded, especially on the wings. And we get, again, a fine robot with decent articulation for the time that we're talking about. Better than some of the mini-bots, to be perfectly honest with you. I like it. I'm kind of blown away by it. I remember people having some of these kind of, you know, watches that could turn into little robots, but I don't remember anybody having anything from Takara. I mean, it is what it is. I don't have any more of these, of course, to look at. I appreciate Wayne letting me take a look at this one, but I do have one other watch to look at. It's kind of a KO with an interesting history. You'll see what I mean when we get there. Either way, does this belong necessarily in your collection? That's for you to decide. But I do think that it's really interesting to have. That being said, if I had it, I'd probably leave it in robot mode or the plain bird mode, because both of those look cool. And it has die cast. How can you not love it? Anyway, let me know what you think about this little guy. You know I appreciate you dropping by, spending a few minutes here, giving me some of your valuable time. Please, once again, I'm going to say hit the subscribe button and stick around, explore the channel, see what it is that catches your interest, and I very much look forward to the next time. And that you and I get together to have another visit right here inside the videos.